We were mapping what everyone believed were dead ruins when the instruments blinked awake. At first it was just a flicker, a thin green line across the monitor. Then it pulsed, slow, measured, 12 seconds apart. Stone does not have a heartbeat. We recalibrated the sensors, replaced cables, powered down the array and brought it back online. The pulse continued. 12 seconds, exact, unwavering. That was the moment the site stopped being a ruin and became a system. The ridge itself looks ordinary from a distance. A long, weathered line across the landscape, broken arches, collapsed walls, centuries of wind erosion. It resembles countless ancient defensive structures scattered across the world. But the core samples told a different story. We drove hollow tubes through layers of soil and fractured masonry, reading the earth like a timeline. Above, familiar traces of human occupation, charcoal seams, pottery fragments, repair layers. Below that, something older, a structural base embedded in sediment that predates the accepted horizon of organized human construction in this region. And the pulses were traveling through it, not randomly, along internal voids, along conduits, as if the stone had veins. Thermal imaging revealed something else. Sealed sections beneath collapsed arches were warmer than the surrounding earth. Not hot, but active. Heat rising slowly, stabilizing, fading, then rising again, in rhythm with the pulse. That rhythm continued through the night, through equipment swaps, through environmental noise shifts. It did not drift, it did not degrade, it persisted. We brought in a geophysicist. She explained how certain mineral formations under stress can generate electromagnetic emissions, how piezoelectric effects in quartz-rich stone can create measurable signals, how resonant cavities can focus energy. Stone can sing, she said, and she was right. But stone does not adjust. On the fourth night, we drilled a secondary test core 2 meters from the primary channel. The pulse paused. Not for long, just long enough to register. Then it resumed. But the interval had shifted. 10 seconds. 10 seconds for exactly 3 minutes. Then back to 12. Geological resonance does not compensate for intrusion, but networks do. We said nothing publicly. We ran blind tests. Different team members, different equipment, different time windows. Same result. When one section was disturbed, another intensified, as if the load had shifted, as if something inside the structure redistributed the signal. That word never appeared in the official report, but everyone was thinking it. Network. The alignment was too precise. Fiber optic scopes revealed deliberate hollow channels within the lowest structural layer. Not erosion cavities, not random voids. Repeating geometry. Intentional spacing. And here is where the timeline fractures. Those conduits sit beneath the earliest known human construction horizon in this region, which forces an uncomfortable set of possibilities. 1. The dating is flawed. 2. Unknown later human groups engineered deeper than any evidence suggests, and left no cultural trace. Or 3. The base system predates us. We do not say that lightly. We say it because after 27 consecutive nights of monitoring, the pulses have not ceased. They have not weakened. And during a minor geomagnetic disturbance recorded on night 19, the interval shifted again, from 12 seconds to 9, then gradually returned. If the correlation holds under review, it suggests responsiveness to planetary electromagnetic variation, not randomness, not decay. Responsiveness. Local oral history adds a detail that once sounded poetic. An elder described the ridge as the line that listens. We once dismissed that as metaphor. Now we are less certain. We are not claiming intelligence. We are not claiming consciousness. We are claiming continuity, persistence, function. Walls were never just walls. They were surveillance. They were communication. They were control across distance. If this structure predates humanity, and if it still emits measurable signals, then the first large-scale information systems on this ridge were not ours. And that changes something fundamental. Because systems that persist across geological time are not monuments. They are infrastructure. Infrastructure implies purpose. Purpose implies design. Whether that design is geological mimicry of shocking sophistication, or relic engineering from an agent we do not yet understand, the effect is the same. We touched it, and it responded. The data will be released. Independent teams will test the findings. Some will disprove it. Some may confirm it. That is how science works. But the first night we saw the pulse hesitate after our drill entered the stone. The ridge no longer felt ancient. It felt aware of pressure, aware of intrusion, and still operational. The question is no longer whether it is older than humanity. The question is why something that old is still active. If you want the full field logs, extended interviews, and the next phase of testing, follow the investigation. Because if these readings survive scrutiny, we are not excavating history. We are standing on something that has been running quietly beneath us, long before we learned how to build. And it hasn't shut down.